Okay, we're recording. So this is Jamie Porter, and I'm here to show you guys how to do a Google form specifically to pre-profile your appointments. And I've been doing this now for about a year and probably a year and a half with my appointments, and it's been like a total game changer. And I've done some things I'll show you. Systems, when you can make a system in your business and make it smooth and not like cater everything to each individual person, you will find that you can fly in your business. So that's what I had to do here. This is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see this and see what I do. So, but before I do that, I'm going to start with the end in mind. So when I have an appointment, all my guests get a swag bag. Now I use that as a reason for people to book that night, but I don't want anybody to not have a swag bag. And what is a swag bag? Okay, this is a swag bag, okay? So I put a color look card in here based on their eye color, which I'm going to show you in my Google form where I get that. And then I put like a lip gloss sample. I take the lip glosses that come in I think it's 6 to a pack, and I break it up. So I put a lip gloss sample in here. I sometimes will put an individual lip sample in there. I put the ultimate mascara for all of the guests that are not like the hostess, and always put a little piece of chocolate in there. Then I also have my business card is in there. I seal it with a cute sticker. And I also have a sparkle card in there, which I'm going to show you what that is. So a sparkle card, it's just a generic, it says sparkle on the front, $15. So on the front it says $15. It's business card size. On the back it's always blank. But then what I do is on address labels on Avery.com, I have all different kinds. That's why I do it blank, because I can do this a million different ways. So for this particular type of appointment, their goodie bag always has $15 off a $50 purchase, okay? So, and then I have it's a reorder label basically, but it's my little name and stuff, just in case it gets separated from my business card, okay? So they can use this or they can bank it, either way, but if they want to make a $50 purchase, they get $15 off. Now, sometimes when I do bridal shows or tabletops, I'll actually give just a straight $15 sparkle card at their appointment. So that's why I leave it blank, because I can do different things. I can print out any address label and put it on there and do different things. Okay, so I'm going to share my computer screen with you guys. And we're going to bring that down, hopefully. Okay, so Google Forms. First of all, the way you make a new Google form, if you've never done a Google form, is you're going to go to Drive. So if you go to Google, let's see if I can move me over here. All right, and then you have this little grid. If you click on that, you go to Drive. This is what's going to come up. Okay, so these are kind of like, it's my online filing cabinet basically. All right, so here's my Drive. I have all these different folders, and one of my folders is called Forms. But if you don't have a Google form yet, you're going to come over here to New, and you're going to scroll down here to More, and then you're going to see Google Forms. Okay, and that's where you're going to click to start your first Google form. All right, so this is what it'll look like. Now, there's all kinds of customization in here. There's all kinds of things that you can do in here. But what I'm going to do is show you my skincare appointment form, and then I'll show you one that I do for like the crime infusion. When that came out, I made up one for that. So you can make up all kinds of forms, whatever type. If you do a beauty experience, if you do you know, like I have one for my brides, which is exactly the same basically as my skincare appointments, but it's a bridal effect and look, and I'll show you that one. All right, I have no idea how that just got on my screen, so somebody must have controls. Whatever. Okay, so let me show you the skincare one that I have. So here's a skincare profile. And so you can see, I wonder if I can pull this out. Yeah, cool. All right, so we will shrink this up a bit, have them side by side so you guys can see them side by side, okay? So obviously I've customized the banner here, and I've customized everything. So we're gonna go through this one first, just so you can kind of see the questions, and then I'm gonna show you actually how to make it. So this is my skincare profile, and this is what I would send to anybody who books with me. So I book the host, I book a person, okay? So it might be the, somebody I want chattered, it might be somebody from a tabletop or whatever. I book somebody, right? And so I'm going to send them this. And it says, I'm looking forward to pampering you. Please answer these few questions so I can customize your beauty spa experience, especially for you. Your session will include customized skincare, Mary Kay skincare, your choice of a charcoal mask, okay, your choice of treatment, charcoal mask, microdermabrasion, or glycolic facial peel treatment, a satin hand and satin lip treatment, and a flawless foundation expertly matched, and a swag bag. You're welcome to share this appointment with up to 10 friends. If inviting friends and family to join you, please share this profile link with them as well so their experience can be customized too. Well, I clearly have to change that. That's hilarious. When you read this out loud, you realize that that's not right. Okay, so when you make any changes to this, you don't ever have to save it. It automatically saves it. Okay, so I just made a change that it's automatically saved. Now, so that's kind of like the explanation of what this Google form is for, okay? So the very first thing that I have here, and we'll come over here, is email address. You'll see there's a little asterisk next to it. If there's a little asterisk next to it, that means it's required, all right? And so that's automatically at the top. And it says this form is collecting email addresses. I always collect email addresses, and I'll show you why in a little bit. So the next question is name. I want their first and last name. I have an asterisk there because it's required. I'll show you when we're going to create how to do that. And then I have here, if you're not the original person who booked your appointment, who invited you to this makeover session, I want to make sure I keep the group together. So because I told the person, we'll just call the hostess, I told the hostess that she can bring up to 10 friends. And if she does, to share this link with those 10 friends. So the hostess is her name here. So this person's going to say, okay, yeah, I'm not, but Jan shared this appointment with me. So she put her name there. And then it says, how many friends will be joining you? This is a magical thing right here, because when you book somebody, first of all, we always want to turn a booking into a party, but sometimes people are they don't even know you necessarily. They don't know what this thing is all about, and they don't really want to share necessarily with their friends yet. They want to wait and see what this is all about before they do that. So I always just book the person now, and then I send them this form to do, right? What happens is when they're reading this form, I don't know if it's because it's professional, or if people are just comfortable giving information online more than they are to a human. It is kind of interesting, this world we live in today. But they read this and they're like, oh, wow, cool. I can invite friends. That's so cool. And all of a sudden, when I have a hostess booked, a person booked, they will have 2, 5, sometimes 10 people that they decide to invite. And so it turns it from just a one-time facial booking person who now is going to have 2 or 3 or more friends. And it happens, I'll show you the statistics on this too, because this is pretty amazing. So I'll show you the statistics on this in a little bit. So the date of your beauty spa experience session. So what day do they book? What time? That's there. I want their cell phone number. And then I also ask them their age range. Okay, I do this specifically because, well, certainly if they're under 18, I only put that in there because if they're under 18, that means they're probably coming with somebody. And if they're not coming with somebody, then I make sure that they have an adult with them. So that lets me know that. But also it lets me know what kind of skincare they might want to use, okay? It gives me just an insight a little bit to them. Their skin type, again, what formulas would they use? And then what treatment. This is also a really great thing. It's been a really great thing for people who maybe have tried Mary Kay before, but they've never tried this kind of experience before. And so they get to pick, do they want one of 3 spa treatments? They get to pick the charcoal mask, it describes it. They get to pick the microdermabrasion, and they get to pick which one. This is a reason why you want them to fill out the form. So if they're getting to know that they get to pick out their spa treatment, they're going to fill out the form. And I don't hold appointments for anybody who doesn't fill out the form. I just don't do it, because if they can't even fill out the form, they're not going to probably hold the appointment. And the whole idea is, well, I need you to fill out the form so you can pick out your spa treatment, and I can have everything ready for you and customize your swag bag. which comes to the next question. What's your eye color? That's what I use to customize their swag bag, because in their swag bag, I put those color cards. We've got the new ones now. They're awesome. Okay. But the color cards go in here according to their eye color. So that's their customization of their swag bag. And so they don't know what's in the swag bag, so they know they want one. And they know that they want to have it customized. And they also know that their friends will want one. And so they want to make sure they always share it with their friends. Okay. So that's kind of how that all works. And then I would say, if you could change one thing about your skin, what would that be? And they can put anything they want in here. So you notice this says long answer text. And up here where it says short answer text, that means it's intuitive. When you're building the Google form, it's intuitive. It'll tell you, it'll know kind of based on your question what type of answer you would probably want. So that is just my skincare profile. And I think I got this pink graphic from Mary Kay on the digital assets. I pulled it down. It has to be a certain size. So we're going to come over here and we're going to just do this. So when you just click on the untitled form and you just type, skincare profile. And then you can always come over and copy somebody's form if you see it. You can copy it like that. Right click. My computer, I tell you, I think I don't know what's going on with it. I think the hard drive or something might be crashing. Hopefully it stays on long enough. And then you can paste it over here. Okay. And then let me pull this out so we can see this side over here. Let's see. Maybe I'll switch them, because you kind of need to see. I wonder how I can move these guys. All right. Okay, so email address, remember that one's already there. So the next question, we're going to come down here and I'm going to say name, first and last. Okay. And you're just going to type them in. Now, automatically it came up with short answer. And that is what I want for their first and last name. But you do have some options over here, what type of answer you would be based on the type of question. And often it's so intuitive. Based on the thing that you put in for the question or the title there, it'll kind of pick one for you, but you can always come back in and change that. And also, if you wanted to add a picture, you could do that here too. That's their name, so I'm not going to do that. So in this little box, this question box down here is where you would hit the toggle for this to be a required question. Nobody can send this form to me without having this part filled in. All right. And so when I want to add another question below this, I'm going to hit the plus sign. Oh, that's scary. Okay, and so then we're going to come down here and you can, I don't know who has the marker, I don't know how you guys are actually able to draw on my screen. I'm not really sure how that is, but whoever has that, if you have the eraser for it, it would be great to erase that. Anyway, okay, so if you're not the original person, I'm just going to copy and I'm going to paste it over here in this question that we just added. Okay. And so when I did that, it has a multiple choice. That's not really the right answer for this question. It intuitively thought that might be what I want. What I really want is a short answer. I just want a person's name. So I changed it. Okay. You can make this required or not required. I like to, usually you can group people's appointments up together by the time and date that they put the appointment on. But this is just a way for me to like connect the groups together too. Because if somebody's inviting 5 or 6 friends and I have so many profiles, but I don't have 5 or 6 of them that go with this one person, it's just a way for me to kind of connect everybody. Okay, so again, I'm going to come up here to the plus and add another question. And we're going to come here. So now we've got how many friends will be joining you. This is the magic question, you guys. And I put 10. I don't have a 10 often. I'm going to show you the stats on this in a minute. But I can do 10. Now, you obviously would put the number that you can handle. I don't know where you're doing your appointments. You might be going to somebody's house, which is fine. And, you might want to leave it at 6. You can do whatever you want to do with that question. But I have a studio that I do a lot of my appointments in, so I can handle that. Okay. So I copied, I'm going to paste it over here. Okay. So now it says how many friends will be joining you. It says this is a multiple choice. That is in fact what this is. So here in option 1, you just put your cursor on it, it highlights it, I'm gonna put 0. Now, look what it does. Intuitively, it says, do we want to add all these numbers? Guess what I do? I don't want to go through each one of these. I'm going to say add all. And it automatically adds them all in for me. This is like the coolest thing ever, you guys. I absolutely love Google Forms. It's like the greatest thing ever. So, and I want to make this be required. So 0 means it's just her. And then 1 means she's bringing a friend and how many friends she's bringing. Okay? Feel free to give me like a thumbs up if this is making sense to you guys. I don't know if I could see the chat window or not, but okay, wait. Okay, everybody says I'm clear. Okay, Jocelyn, that would be a really great problem to have. The question was, if you're having a party at someone's home and each guest invites someone, what if you end up with 30 people? You wouldn't end up with 30 people because when they fill out this form, say Mary's the hostess and she invites Barbara. And Barbara says she'll tell you she's going to bring 3 people. If you don't have 3 people's profiles before that party that are attached to Barbara, then you're talking to Barbara and saying, Barbara, are you still having 3 friends? Because I haven't gotten their profile yet, and I would hate for them not to get a swag bag and to be able to pick out their spa treatment. And so now Barbara's working with her friends. Hey, are you coming? Because if you're not coming, let me know. But if you are coming, you're not going to get a swag bag if you don't fill out this form, and you got to pick out your treatment. Okay, so it's like a double coaching thing that the hostess is working because she doesn't want her friends to not get a swag bag, and she's sharing it. But it's also a way for her to say, hey, if you're not coming, that's cool too, and you know ahead of time who's coming and who's not coming. It's really, really, really awesome. Okay, so that was a really good question. All right, I don't want to hide that really, but I'm going to hide it right there. Okay, so just moving down, we're going to you just hit the plus sign when you want to add another question. So this one is the date. Okay, so this is the date of your beauty spa experience. That's what you can call it, whatever you want to call it, makeover, whatever it is that you guys use in your with your units and you can do whatever. So look here, when I put this one in, it intuitively thought, oh, that probably is a date. Isn't that neat? Date of your beauty experience, and immediately put that there. So it is date, but I also want time because I do book multiple appointments in one day. So I also want the time put there. And so there's these 3 little dots down here. I think this is where I do it. Okay, so these 3 little dots. So I want to include the time as well. Okay, so you click these 3 little dots, and now you can click, and I could click a description, but I don't need to. So include time, include year, and so now they're both there. Okay, and that's all I need. But it's required. I need to have that, and I'm going to add another question. Okay, so now and cell phone. You know what? You can also move these around. In fact, I'll show you how to do that in a second because I don't know why cell phone's way down here because I would rather have that up closer. So I'm going to paste it. Again, it automatically knew it would be a short answer. I definitely want that required. I'm going to add another question with the plus. I'm going to go to age range. Right click, copy, paste. Okay, and then over here, multiple choice, which is exactly what we want. So I always put under 18 because I want to know ahead of time if I've got anybody under the age of 18. It's not that I'm trying to get people under age 18, but sometimes, a 20-year-old brings her sister that's 16, or a mother wants to bring her daughter, and I want to know ahead of time because, again, do I need to bring botanical things for them to try? And I just want to know who I'm talking to. So that's why I put that one in there. And then this one's not going to give me a range like the other one did. So I'm going to have to put these in. So I put 20s, whoops. And I just keep adding. You just put the cursor down on the next one, 30s, and you can just keep going down, okay, to the end, 40s. And I really don't do anything over 60s because, I don't need to because it would be the same. And actually, so at 60s, I put 60 plus. Clearly, I don't use a keyboard very often. Okay, there we go. And then I accidentally hit enter, and I don't want this option. So here, if you leave it where it says option, 7 that will stay on the form, and they will see that and they'll be like, what's that? So you just want to, if you want to delete that, you just hit the X, okay? And put required. We're going to add another question. What's your skin type? Right click, copy, paste. Okay, again, multiple choice. It automatically intuitively said that. So I'm going to hit them all. Dry. I'm going to say normal, combination. And you know what? You could put descriptions of these because it's really funny how many people don't know what these mean. Acne prone. And then hit required. So again, you know, it kind of gives you an idea if, you know, clear proofs needed or whatever, now you give their age and all these different things. So which treatment would you like to try? This is one of the magical questions, because this question is sort of one of the main driving points as to why you need this form filled out from them. So in the past, whoever has the marker that's going to on the screen, if you guys, I don't know how, it shouldn't be connected to my thing. I don't know how that is, but it's marking things up pretty nicely. Okay, so which treatment would you like to try? So this is where you get them to actually fill out the form. They want to pick out their treatment. And so I'm just going to copy and paste. Like so. Now, if I thought my computer would work well, I could add an image here. I'll just try it. My computer is just so slow right now. I shouldn't have tried it. Anyway, you can upload it here. So if you wanted to do a picture of the charcoal mask, or you wanted to do a picture of whatever, you could. I'm going to cancel it because it's just going to take too long. Okay. So again, just, I probably won't do all these just for the sake of time. Okay, and then you would put the other one in there. And then make sure it's required. And then again, the eye color, the reason why I asked for the eye color is for their swag bag. This is what's the personalization of their swag bag. And that's why I asked for it. And it's just a system, you guys. It makes it so easy for me to have a little goodie bag for them, and it's customized for them with their eye color. And even the people that say they don't wear makeup, they do like it because they get to go home. We're not doing it at the party. They get to take it home with them. So, so I hit blue, you know, hazel, green, or brown. And then the last one, this is really a nice one too. It's kind of telling a lot of people put something on here, you know, wish they had really dry skin, or they don't like their pores or their breakouts or whatever. They put all kinds of things. Make that required. And so this last question, I usually don't make it required because not everybody wants to change something. So I'm not going to toggle that because I don't want to make them do that. Okay. So up here, the way you edit this form here is this little palette. Looks like an artist palette. You can customize your theme. And so for some reason, it always goes to purple. And I don't know why, but the font style is down here. This is basic, but I could make it be playful if I wanted to, and it automatically change it to playful over here, or whatever style you want. It's got 4 different ones. You can choose an image with the header, and they have a whole bunch that you can pick from. This is like work and school, birthdays. There's a whole bunch that you can pick from. There might be something that you like. There's weddings. I picked this one for my bridal. But then there's also, you can upload your own. So I have albums here of ones I've done different forms with. And trying to think if I have the pink one in here. But when you do the upload, you just have, there's a certain size they need to be, but you can easily do that on your computer and make it be the size it needs to be. So you can also change the color, the theme colors. So all of this. So, you know, if you want it to be orange, it can be orange, and then it automatically changes the background color, but you can change that here and make it deeper. So you do have a few options to make it fun and cute. Okay, so that's how you create the form. X out of that. So over here, there's a little gear that's settings. So you want to click on settings and you want to have collect email addresses. If I didn't have that collected there, then the email would not show up at the top of the form. But you do want to collect the emails, okay? Response receipts. So you can, that means that they get the receipt. They get a copy of what they sent in, which is fine. I don't usually put a limit because if somebody wants to go back in and change it, they can. They can edit it after they submit or whatever. The presentation, you know, if you have a ton of questions, it's nice sometimes to let them see a progress bar so they know how many questions there are if they're on their phone. They can't see the whole form at once, and it lets them know how many they have. I don't do shuffle the question order because why would I do that? And then show the link to submit another response. So this confirmation message right here, this is where you can put thank you for completing your profile. Looking forward to pampering you, or whatever you want to say. Now, I'm going to save this for right now, but I also want to put for them to forward this to their friends that they're inviting. So this send button, you click the send button, and this is a way that you can send this form to whoever, right, to this hostess or whatever. And so you can send it via email, which I never do. I always click the link because I can text the link, I can email the link, I can post the link on social media. The link is what I always do. But when you hit link, this is a super long link, and nobody wants to get a super long link in any of their stuff. So you click the box that says shorten the URL, and it shortens it automatically. Okay, so I'm going to right click, or you can hit that copy thing right there. And I'm going to X out of this because I've copied it. And I'm going to go back into my gearbox, and I'm going to go back to presentation. I'm going to go back to my confirmation message. Look forward to pampering you. Please share this link with any of the guests you invite, or whatever. You can write it however you want. And then I paste the link there. And then I save it. So that's their confirmation message. When they do the form, they're going to get that confirmation. So it's another reminder and the link to send to their friends if they invited anybody. This is what the form looks like. The eyeball is just a preview. This is what they'll see. Okay. You go back to edit. These three little buttons here, I don't ever do anything with those. And you could print them, make copies, whatever. If you want to make a copy and do something different, you could. So this right here, hopefully, let me check and make sure if you guys have been, I'm like not good at multitasking here. I missed the very step. Did you start from a template or completely from a blank? It automatically, Karen, it automatically gives you like this template here, and then we added the questions in. So there was, it automatically makes a template for you. It says untitled form, and then, you know, you just do it. It is being recorded, so you can always go back and check it. Okay, so I'm going to hide this back up here. I think we're good. Okay, so this is the part I'm kind of, I don't know. This is probably the C. I mean, I don't really have, it's high. I have a high C, but I'm higher in D and I, but I get so excited about this, so I'm going to show this to you. So you want to hit responses, because these were the questions and there's the responses. So obviously this is a new form. Nobody's responded yet. But you see this little box that looks like a present? You want to click that. Actually, hang on a second before we do this. I want this, if you click on that, it automatically will change whatever this title was to there when you first do it. Okay, so now it says skincare profile. So with responses, I'm going to click. Okay, first of all, make sure that it says accepting responses. You want that to make sure it's on. And this is very important too. So under responses, you're going to click these three dots, and you want to get email notifications for new responses. That for me is super important because you want to know that somebody sent one in, right? And if you're not always checking this thing, you want to know somebody sent one in. So I like having the email responses, so I know that I've got a new form in. This little present here, you click that. Oh, this is the fun part. It creates a new spreadsheet called Skincare Profile, right? So I should probably change that name. Oh, I'll just delete it. Okay, so it's going to create it. And it's going to create this spreadsheet based on your questions. And every question is going to have its own column. And it gathers the data for you. You don't have to do anything. And you are tracking like crazy right now. So I want to show you the power of this. I'm going to show you, with my skincare profile, I only have like 49 of them. But so I want to show you my bridal ones because I do a lot of brides. I gotta figure out how to find this. Oh wait, God, where am I? Does this still? I can't see anything, you guys. Sorry, hang on. Oh, here we go. So I want to show you the power of this because we always say, what's your per face average? These numbers, but you can't have an average if you only have a few numbers, right? So I have 49 with my skincare, but I have 200 and something with my bridal. So I want to show you that one. So my bridal pampering profile, I'll show you what it looks like. And I'll show you how I use it. And really, truly, my bridal questions are almost exactly the same as the skincare one. It's just that I do it for bridal themes. So it's almost exactly the same. Okay, so this is what my brides, when I book one, this is what they get. And I have 292 responses so far. So I want to show you. So when you click on responses, because people have sent them in, you're going to have this is the summary, and this is the individual. So first we're looking at the summary. So first of all, it's everybody who has responded. Okay, like I said, there's 292. So then I have all their names. We don't need that either. But look what it does. First of all, when I book a bride, right, the bride is the blue, and I have more people that she's brought to me besides her from sharing this appointment. So 43% is the bride, and 56% is other people. Then how many friends are you welcome to join or will be joining you? Now this is really important, you guys. The 33% is just the bride or just the person, because sometimes it's a bridesmaid that books and not the bride, but the 33% here are just the person coming themselves. And so that means like 3/4 is at least one other person. So this 21% is for one person. So you see this? That means that just under half is a party because they bring 2 people plus them as a party. So do you see how cool that is? And look here, purple, 14 people brought 10 or more people out of the 290. Isn't that amazing? I think it's so cool. This one here is 4 people. So that's that question. You can bring friends, and it's just super cool because it's amazing. You can see the numbers and all that kind of stuff. And it's kind of neat too. This is like the time, because there's a date, so it kind of shows you the popular bride times. We don't need that. We don't need that. But then here is the age range. So you can see that a large portion of them are in the 20s for my brides. Okay. And then 30s is the next biggest group. And then 50s is the next biggest group. It's interesting. And then down here, skin type, the majority, a little over half is combination. And then it's pretty almost equal with the others. And then eye color, we all know brown eyes are the most common color. Hazel and green's next, and then blue. Which treatment would you like? Microdermabrasion is almost 50%. Deep cleansing charcoal mask is 30%, and then the glycolic peel. And then here's kind of neat. You can see all the different answers they've given me for their skin concerns. So it's just kind of cool. I think that's it. Okay, so let me tell you what I do with this. So when somebody sends a profile in, I will go to this, and then I take my profile card, and through these questions, I fill out, I have her name, I have her age. If she's the hostess, I'll put her name. If she's got friends, then I'll put the hostess name. So they're linked on the profile card. The date of the time, the date the appointment's holding. I've got her email, I've got her phone number. I've got what type of skin she has. And then whatever her skincare concern was, I can fill that out. And then up here at the top, I write her eye color / the treatment that she picked out. So when I'm setting up the appointment, I know who's doing charcoal mask, who's doing whatever, because it's different time lengths, and I know where to start with one. I talk about all of them anyway. So that's just kind of how I do it. Now, is everything filled out? Nope, because they fill the rest of that out when they come. So that's what I do. Okay, so let me think. Have I covered everything? I think I've covered everything. I feel like I covered everything. I think that's it, right? I showed you how to create it. I showed you how to make the spreadsheet. Oh, no, I need to show you the spreadsheet. Sorry, guys. So let me show you the spreadsheet. Hey there, so I had to come back in and reshoot a portion of this video. So I wanted to protect my customers before I put it out there on YouTube. I didn't want everybody's name and contact information to be for everybody to see. So that's why I'm dressed in something different. So here we go. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you what the Google form will do automatically when it creates that spreadsheet for you. So I have pulled up, this is the bridal pampering profile. I had showed you that I do a bridal pampering profile. This is the profile. This is what I do for my brides. Oh, my computer is so slow right now. And we'll just wait. You know what? It's not important. You don't need to see the profile because I showed it to you already. So this is the Excel spreadsheet that the Google form creates for you. I showed you earlier how to create the form, how it automatically does it. And so every one of these columns represents a heading of a question that you have in the Google form. And so this was a name, you know, one is email, one is phone number and name. But what I wanted to show you was I've been collecting these for a while now, and like way back when I first started, like the pink ones represent recruited. The yellow ones means I met with them. The green ones means that they purchased. What's really cool too is after you have the Excel spreadsheet set up that Google form makes for you, you know, these are all the questions that are on the form, these headings here, but then you can add columns, right? And you can say lead source, so you can keep it all together. So this was what bridal show was it that I got that lead source in? How many dollars were sold? How many referrals did I get? You can add these columns yourself. So it's kind of a really great place to have a complete all-in-one check tracking sheet. And then it's great because, you know, your director probably has a different kind of tracking sheet. So you can just transfer the numbers right there and you can see how many faces you've done, you know, and that kind of thing. And then here's a next booking. Did you do a career chat? That kind of thing. So that's just a way to color code it and to, and just you can add more columns to it. So it's kind of neat. Those columns, of course, are not represented in questions. The only things that it's auto-populating for you are the questions that are actually on the Google form. But you then, after you hold the appointment, you can come over and then add these other numbers in if you like. So it's really kind of neat. And you can also sort the whole thing. You know, often I will sort in the column that is the date of their appointment, which would be this one. And I just hit the down arrow. And eventually it's going to come up and it's going to, one of the options could be sort right here, sort sheet Z to A or A to Z. So Z to A is my most distant appointment to current. And then A to Z would be the very first appointment I ever held with this group at the top. But it can sort that. So that way I'm always resorting it so that as people fill in new ones, they're all grouped back together by their appointment. And I can see what I have coming up on the books. So just wanted to share that with you and how that Google form spreadsheet is just amazing. And you don't have to do anything for it. It's just amazing. So it's such a great way to get information and track it and put it all together. Hope this helps. The sheet. So here's the bridal pampering. It's just the same thing. Are you the bride? How many friends? Date. If you're not the bride, who are you booking with? Cell phone. It's exactly the same thing that I do with the other one. And except that I have their wedding date on there. That's it. So, okay, I think I'm gonna stop sharing. Okay, you guys. So, anybody have questions? I can unmute everybody if there's no noise, or I'm trying to think how you could. All right, new message. There we go. Oh yes. Okay. Okay. I've got to share again. Thank you for saying that. Totally forgot. Okay. She wants to know how to move a question. So I'm going to go back over here to this my good ones. So I don't want to do that one. I'll do this one. I'm like, where'd the questions go? That's because we're not in questions. Okay, so I think I had said I wanted to move the cell phone number up. Okay, and I think you can just drag it right up. That's all. You just hold it down and drag it up. So I'll put it here. That's it. That's how you do it. So with Google Forms, you guys, do not be afraid to play and try and do. Like you can, like I said, I'll put a picture in. So you've got this little thing right here. And I can add a picture. And I'll just do one that I uploaded already. So I'll select that one. So, you know, at the end of the form, you could put some kind of cute picture if you wanted to. So you've got the picture here and these little 3 things here. You can center it. You can put, you know, thanks for entering, something like that, or whatever you want. And so that's just another way to do that. So any questions? Let me see. Okay. All right. So Tara, isn't it awesome? I'm telling you, it's like the most amazing thing ever. Now, you might think, oh, that's too much work. Listen, it is so freeing to spend a few concentrated minutes putting this together. You literally don't have to do the spreadsheet. You don't have to do anything but just put this together, and you can go in and tweak it anytime you want to, or create a new one. You can create them for all different kinds of things. But I'm telling you right now, it is awesome. How do I text? So if you want to send this form to somebody, you click the send, and you can email, but I never do that. I always hit the link. The link is way too long to text, so don't do that. Hit shorten the URL, and then you can hit copy. And now you can copy it anywhere, in an email, you can copy in text, you can copy it in social media, whatever. So I don't share mine with you guys because inevitably somebody doesn't read or listen, and they'll start sending that one out, and I get all the answers for their people. That they all come to me because it's a live link. So that, I guess I could do this one because this one's benign. It's nothing. But I could post this one, I guess, in the catalog thing. I could do that because it's just one for you guys to see what the questions are, or you can just watch the video. So anyway, yep. I don't actually buy leads. I just do a tabletop. I guess if that's what you consider buying leads, but it's so great. It is the greatest thing ever on the, and I don't know, people respond to it really, really, really well. So, all right, now I'm gonna stop. So do you guys have any other questions or anything? Does this help you? I hope. It's just been a life changer. It's so easy because I don't have to worry. And guess what? I don't have no shows. People reschedule. I can see who's gonna supposedly bring in guests. And I'm contacting them saying, hey, so excited you're coming. I saw that you were gonna bring 4 friends. I only have 1 other profile. Are your friends still coming? You know, do you wanna like follow with them? Just make sure they know they need to get to pick out their treatment, and they get a swag bag. I would hate for them to not get a swag bag. You know what I mean? And so that like helps them reach out to their friends. And it just is like, you know, just great. So I never have no shows, never. And if I don't have a profile, because I used to tell my consultants, if you don't get a guest list, you don't have a party. And that's really true. And so now if I don't get the Google Forms, I don't have a party. You know what I mean? Like if you, that's why I do this, and I get to pick those treatments, and I get the swag bag, because that is securing the bag, basically, as Gloria would say. You know, you really want to secure the appointment and make it cool. So yeah, this is recorded. I'll probably upload it to my YouTube channel, just so it's easy to share, because the file won't be too big. And yep, hopefully this helps everybody. And we got it done in less than an hour, so I'm excited. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Share with whoever you want to. It's fine, because, you know, to me, it's like been the greatest thing ever. So thanks for joining, you guys. If there's no other questions, I'm going to say goodbye, good night. And we'll see you guys later. Let me know how things go. Bye.